y'all already know what it is. Box Center, your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show. JSmiff in the building, in the flesh, in the house, in the TP. You already know what it is, man. We talking boxing. Let's get it. So, Canelo versus Munguia is about 2 weeks away, which I think is going to happen. Is Munguia getting folded? Is he getting slept? Or is he going to beat the odds? Is he going to shock the world? Because, yo, mostly everybody I know is saying Canelo's going to beat him. I believe Canelo might even sleep him. I'm on record as expressing that sentiment. So we have to see how is it really going to play out. Um, Wait a minute. I said Munguia. I'm talking about Berlanga. I'm tripping. So again, yo, we have to see how that's gonna play out. Um, it's just that Berlanga hasn't faced anyone with that that type of a skill, that level of competition to get in there with Canelo, man. I think that Berlanga is gonna be way overmatched. I think that stage is gonna be too big for him. Canelo is too seasoned. Canelo's a veteran, and Berlanga is gonna find out. You know, I don't know if y'all seen it in the press conference. Berlanga is like, "Yo, I'm gonna break your whole face and all this and that." Man, listen, I think Canelo is gonna put the beats on him, and like I said, man, Canelo may actually sleep him. Canelo may actually sleep him. So let's see. Because listen, and the reason I say this is because Berlanga, he's the type of guy, he's used to coming forward. He's used to being the guy that's putting that pressure on. And that's not going to be the case with Canelo. So, you know, do I believe that Berlanga can outbox Canelo? I don't think so. So I say he's going to have to fight him. He's going to have to, trade with him and all that. And Canelo's going to make him pay. Canelo is going to make Berlanga pay. Like I told y'all, man, I'm expecting a knockout. Unfortunately for Berlanga, I foresee him going to sleep. I'm talking about he's going to just left. Let's see how it's going to play out, though, man. Let's see how it's going to play out. That's just my prediction, my humble opinion. We got to see how it's going to play out. But a lot of people think that Canelo's going to win, and I just happen to agree. I just think he's going to sleep him. By the way, my peoples, Box Center, yo, if you love boxing, subscribe to this channel, yo. This is it right here. I'm your connections. And go ahead and hit that like button, man. Don't be cheap with that like button. I'm not going to charge you for that. But again, yo, Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga, that's a matchup that, I want to see it. And I want to see how good Berlanga is going to be able to do versus Canelo. Because there's different ways that you can lose a fight. Edgar Berlanga can make it a competitive fight and lose in a close decision, for example. Or he could get pummeled and slept, and then, that's going to send his stocks stumbling downhill. So it's not just about wins and losses. It's also how you win or how you lose. I mean, look at Terence Crawford. He won. He won a title at 154. People complaining about how he won, because he didn't dominate Madrigal. He didn't sleep him. And, at the end of the day, you're not going to look great in every fight. You're not going to dominate every single opponent. Now, is Canelo going to dominate Berlanga? I think he may. The way I see it, Berlanga's going to make it interesting the first maybe 3, 4 rounds. But I believe after that, the body shots start taking their toll. Canelo starts to get more aggressive. And, Berlanga is not a guy that has all that much footwork to be dancing around the ring. I think he's going to be right there. He's going to trade with Canelo, and he's going to pay. That's how I see that playing out. I don't think Berlanga, because if you look at Bivol, Bivol is a guy that has great footwork. And I'm referencing him because he's the last guy to beat Canelo. But the first guy to beat Canelo, Floyd Mayweather, was also a guy with great footwork. So I think we've seen the blueprint, or at least the guys that have been successful versus Canelo, is the guys with great footwork. So I don't think Berlanga has that. He don't have the footwork to maneuver around Canelo's power or to neutralize his body attack. Because that's the thing. If you look at his fight with Bivol, Bivol kept him at the end of that stick. And every time Canelo closed the gap, he had to eat 2, 3 shots. Bam, bam, bam. Sometimes Bivol would lace him up with some good shots and tie him up or move out of the way. So Canelo didn't have that consistent body attack, that body assault that is part of his arsenal. He didn't have that against Bivol. That got taken away from him. So I don't think that Berlanga has, the footwork to get around that. He's gonna stand there and bang with Canelo. You see, he's already talking about, I'm gonna break your whole face. I'm gonna break your face. So you already know that he's gonna bang with him. Now, can he change the outcome of the fight with a great shot? You never know. They say, and it's true, it's real talk, that anything can happen in boxing. Anything can happen. Having said that, Canelo, I expect him to sleep Berlanga. And like I said, man, look, even though anything can happen, we're talking about a shot that could hurt Canelo and wobble him, and maybe Berlanga could get the stoppage. That's a possibility, but the odds are highly against it. Canelo never been stopped. If you look at the 2 fights that he lost, he wasn't hurt once, he wasn't wobbled, he wasn't. So, Berlanga's not gonna. I don't believe he has even a shot to sleep Canelo or to stop him in any way, technical knockout and whatnot. There you have it. That's my take. Canelo Alvarez is gonna beat Edgar Berlanga, and he's gonna sleep him by or before the 10th round. Hold that down. You already know what it is, my peoples. Box Center, your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, trust me, you want to subscribe, I'm on the come up, my peoples. Trust me. I'm your plug. I'm your connection. The odds mean nothing. They're always in favor of the popular fighter. That's not true. That's not true at all. And I'll give you an example. Um, in Vegas, Bud Crawford was favored to beat Errol Spence, and Errol Spence was the more popular fighter. Errol Spence was the big fish, the guy selling the pay-per-views, and Crawford was the favorite to win that fight. So that's not true. Now, oftentimes, the popular fighter is the more favorite because the popular fighter just happens to be the more accomplished. Because usually with accomplishments comes popularity. Come Come on, now you're telling me to name another one, yo, bro. One is good enough. If I start thinking hard enough, I'll find you other cases. I'll find you other cases, but come on, we're not gonna get on that. The point is that in these situations, you just gotta see how it plays out. You gotta see how it plays out. And even though we look at Canelo as the favorite, but you also have to consider different factors like who has Berlanga fought to make you feel like he's at that level. So when you take a guy who's been at the highest level for years and you bring someone to fight him who's never been at that level, bro, just consider this, my boy. Edgar Berlanga has never fought for a title. Canelo Alvarez is going to be his first title fight. You think Canelo Alvarez is the guy to start your first title fight off with? Yo, Canelo is going to put the Swiss beats, the Dre beats. Matter of fact, he going to put the Apple beats on Edgar Berlanga. I'm sorry to say. And I tell you what, Berlanga, I'm a fan of his. That's one of my guys. I've been a little critical of him just because he sometimes he just doesn't seem as focused as other guys. Um, but still, Edgar Berlanga, he's a talented fighter. I just believe that he's not at Canelo's level. He's still in a developmental process where I don't think he's ready for that action. You're right, being popular doesn't mean you're more skilled. But again, skills usually is the reason that you become popular. If you look at, for example, Tank Davis, he's popular because of his skills. And I bring him up because he's one of the most popular guys right now. Bivol versus Beterbiev, bro, I haven't been able to make that prediction. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it, but I haven't been able to make that prediction, man. I'm still trying to figure out if the puncher is gonna win or the boxer is gonna win. Can Bivol, use his footwork to stay away from Beterbiev's power? Can he do it for 12 rounds consistently? So I'm still trying to figure out Bivol versus Beterbiev. I can't make a prediction yet. I'm not ready. So I gotta tell you, my guy, listen. I don't believe in no way, shape, or form that every fight is 50-50. No way. No way. And I show you, it's easy to see that every fight is not 50-50 when you look at the odds and who wins. In most cases, the favorites win. So that means it's not 50-50. Underdogs, when they win, that's actually an exception. Like, for example, we have a Buster Douglas who beat Mike Tyson. But how many times is such an underdog going to beat the champion? We still talking about Buster Douglas over what? Over 30 years later. So we have to understand that in most cases, the favorites are going to win. Especially when you're talking about a champion facing someone who's never fought for a title. Canelo can beat Bivol. Nah, man, to be honest, I don't believe he can beat Bivol. I believe if Canelo rematches Bivol, the fight is going to play out exactly the same way. It might exactly play out worse because now Bivol is going to feel more comfortable and just put the beats on him worse. I honestly believe he should not fight Bivol, to be honest. And I'm going to tell you why I believe that. Yo, just look at the first fight, man. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. It's not like people say, yo, Canelo got robbed or Canelo was doing his thing. Yo, Bivol played with him, made him look bad. So when you have a fight where a guy completely dominates you, yo, what you think is gonna happen in the rematch? It's gonna be complete domination once again, the same way. So if I was Canelo, I would not even fight Bivol again. I wouldn't even move up to 175. He's too little for 175. Little. My peoples, don't forget to click on that like button. Remember, for boxing, I'm your connections. Box Center, your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show, man. Click that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so. But like I told you, my boy, listen. Canelo Alvarez should not go back up to the 175 division. Why? Because Bivol beat him easily. Why would you rematch a guy that whooped your behind easily? Doesn't even make no sense. Canelo can definitely beat Bivol. I don't know how you came up with that conclusion, my brother, because he got his ass beat easily versus Bivol. See, what you have to understand is that Bivol beat him because of his height and reach advantages. Canelo's a small dude. That's why I laugh when people say Crawford is too small. Yo, Canelo is too small. That's why he got beat up easily at 175. Easily dominated. So he never hurt Bivol once. Never hit him with a single shot. You can say, oh my God, he hurt him. Not even once. Bivol ate his best shots like them things was sushi rolls. Ate his best shots like they was double decker taco supremes and wasn't even moved. So why are you gonna rematch a guy like that? Stay at 168, wait for Crawford to come up and beat you up, and call it a wrap. Listen, it's real, yo. Canelo, people don't want to accept it, but yo, he's 5'7", bro. He's a short guy, and he has short arms. So the if you look at Bivol, right, Bivol beat him. But if you look at his fight with Lara, yo, Lara gave him some serious problems. You know, people still say that Lara beat him. So again, he had his problems with tall fighters. And Bivol made it look easy against him. So why fight a guy that already? That's part of the reason why I think he don't need to fight Benavidez, because Benavidez is a big dude. So Benavidez is gonna beat him up like Bivol, but worse because it's gonna be with power. You know, if he fight Benavidez, I think we may see Canelo go to sleep for the first time. Now, you're saying that I'm the only boxing analyst saying that Crawford will move up and beat Canelo. Blue Blood Sport is saying that, and others are also saying it. That they believe he could. A matter of fact, yo, I think you may have seen I was on Blue Blood Sports yesterday, and he agreed with me. He was like, I believe that he can move up to 168 and beat Canelo too. Straight up agree with me. So nah, bro, I'm not the only one. It just happens to not be the most popular opinion. Because obviously Terence Crawford is mad hated. He's one of the most hated fighters in boxing right now. So everybody who hates him is gonna disagree with that. Yo, and you hit the nail on the head, my boy. B-Boy is too quick, yo. He got the quick hands, but he's quick on his feet. He's in and out. He uses that in every inch inside that ring. B-Boy's gonna use it on you, and then he's gonna use that reach advantage. Then when you get inside, he's gonna pay you. He's gonna make you pay when you're trying to close that gap. Yo, B-Boy's not a game. Canelo, go back up. Just think about this. Canelo lost to Bivol and went right back down to 168. That tells you everything you need to know right there. Why he didn't stay at 175? Because he realized, oh man, yo, these are the big boys. And like I told you, Canelo is little. He got no business at 175. And I'm talking about Bivol will outbox him, but let's say Better BF beats Bivol. If Canelo go to 175 to fight Better BF, he's gonna get folded. He's gonna get ragdolled. Like he definitely, I think, knows he can't do that. He's never mentioned Better BF's name. Now, yo, it's real talk. Canelo 5'7". Google it. Canelo 5'7", bro. You didn't see how yo, look at every single Canelo fight at 168. He's smaller than every single opponent he fought at 168. So that's what people don't understand. When they see Crawford, they're like, yeah, but Canelo's all the way at 168. He a small ass 168 pounder, dude. Canelo little. Yo, as easily as Bivol whooped Canelo, I don't know how you think he got a chance. Like Bivol literally, like, pitched a shutout, beat the crap out of him. How you, like, what you think he's gonna be able to do different? Cause I think one thing everybody understands and knows, yo, Canelo, he a flat-footed fighter. He's not a guy with footwork. He's not a guy that's gonna move around the ring a lot. He likes guys that's gonna stand there and fight with him, and that he's gonna beat your ass when you do that. He's gonna, pummel you to the body, then go up top, work his combinations, and he's gonna break you down. But guess what? If you coming in there with that footwork and you're gonna move around, you're not gonna cooperate. Canelo's gonna have problems. He showed it versus Lara, and then that's how people beat him up. Bro, you don't understand. He wasn't. It's irrelevant, yo. You're talking about a rehydration clause. If you want to move up to 175 to fight the champion, that's not gonna fly. You must have forgot that Bivol said, yo, I don't care about the Canelo fight. I already beat him. I don't even care to rematch him. He's not important to me. He's not in my division. So unlike other guys that would die to fight Canelo, that would do anything to fight Canelo, Bivol don't really care. He like, I already beat his ass. I don't care. So if you want to fight Bivol, guess what? It's gonna be on his terms, like it was the last time. Hold that down. I mean, don't get it twisted. Canelo is the A side. Canelo was the A side in the first fight, and he's gonna be the A side once again. But you're gonna pay him what he wanna get paid, and you're gonna have to accept some clause that he wants, or no opportunity to avenge your rematch. Yo, King Grace, so what's the deal, my boy? Appreciate you hopping on with us. Yo, we talking about, Canelo Alvarez. Can he move up and beat Bivol and batter Beterbiev? I believe that both of those guys will batter him brutally. He will get pummeled by Bivol once again easily, and I think Beterbiev sleeps him. Now, I'm only saying this because we're talking about the 175 division. And like I told y'all, Canelo is little. He's not a 175 pounder. So when he move up that high, he's going to get beat up. Hold on, let me see if I can. Let me see, hold on. Got the microphone on now, my peoples. Let me know if you can hear me better. Let me know if you can hear me better. That microphone is going. But yeah, man. Canelo Alvarez is a small fighter. He a small fighter. The reason why this analogy doesn't apply to Crawford, and I like that you bring that up. That's a real good. That shows that you're on point with it, right? So listen to this, NYC Alex. When Canelo goes to 175, right? Bivol has physical advantages over him. He's a lot taller and has a lot longer reach. So now he's moving up in division. He's moving up in division and he's fighting a lot taller guys than him. Bivol a lot taller than Canelo. Better be a lot taller than Canelo. And all the 175ers is a lot taller than Canelo. So now he's going to move up and get physical size. With Terence Crawford, however, if he move up to fight Canelo, he's not giving up physical size because he's going to be the taller guy and with longer reach than Canelo. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, my guy. When Canelo moves up, he's at a physical disadvantage. When Crawford move up to fight him, he's not going to be at a physical disadvantage. You might think Canelo hits harder. Cool. But physicality, Crawford is going to have the advantages. Height and reach. That's the difference that I've been trying to explain to people. When you move up in divisions and you give up physical advantages, that's a lot of the time when fighters start to lose. Because that's it. Now they fighting bigger guys. If you look at Oscar De La Hoya, what happened when he moved up to fight Bernard Hopkins? He got stopped. Because he's fighting a lot bigger guy. What happened with Tito Trinidad? This is a legend. He got stopped by Bernard Hopkins. Why? Because he's fighting a guy that's physically bigger. So that's the point. Canelo moving up to 175. These guys are physically bigger than him, yo. They are bigger. So there you have it. Terence Crawford will be fighting a guy that's shorter than him, that has less reach than him in Canelo Alvarez. And you think Terence Crawford ain't gonna have the skills to use his height and reach advantages on Canelo? For real? Let me know. Saludando a Valentina. ¿Qué es lo que es Valentina? So let me know, my guy. You know. So you see, you're talking about the weight. You keep focusing on the weight. But I just told you, Terence Crawford has two important physical advantages over Canelo, which is height and reach. Your focus is the weight. He's not hydrating to this. You keep focusing on weight. The only thing that weight translates to is power. Weight don't give you any more skills. And by the way, you're putting up all this weight. Yo, you do realize that too much weight is going to slow you down too, right? So I don't know if you want to put him at a disadvantage and slow him down, how much weight you want to put on him. But the point is, weight only translates to power. It doesn't translate to skill. So you have a skill fighter in Terence Crawford, a skill fighter, okay? Think about that. Amir Khan, well, last time I checked, Amir Khan got slept by Terence Crawford. That's what I remember. That's what happened to Amir Khan. He got slept by Terence Crawford, and he never been on the pound for pound list. So that's a bad comparison. You compare Amir Khan to Terence Crawford? How many times has Amir Khan been knocked out? Because Terence Crawford is undefeated, my brother. You can't make that comparison. Come on, my boy. What's good, JJ? You already know what it is, man. We out here always spitting facts. My peoples, remember to hit that like button. Don't be cheap. Subscribe to the channel. Box Center is your favorite boxer's favorite boxing show. But my brother, bringing up Amir Khan into this convo, that's weak. Because you know Amir Khan can't be compared to Terence Crawford. Come on now. Now watch this. You said Gamboa
had Crawford on the back pedal. I'm going to show you how that argument, how it's easy to debunk that argument. You're right about that. Gamboa caught him with a good shot. Yo, Crawford got 41 professional fights. And in 41 professional fights, you got to bring up a fight from more than 10, from like 10 years ago. That shows you what an iron chin that man got. You got to bring up Gamboa at the 135 division. The man just fought at 154. The man was undefeated at 147. And you brought up a fight from the 135 division. I'm sorry, from the 140 division. Be for real, man. Be for real. Be for real. Actually, I think that was at 135. It was at 135 that he fought Gamboa. No. It was at one. I don't even remember, but be for real, man. Be for real. Like, think about it. 41 fights, and you bring up one to say that he got buzzed. Be for real. So if it wasn't at 135, it was at 140. One of the two. It was at 140 then. But Gamboa buzzed him at 140 how many years ago? Google that shit, bro. How many years ago that was? And that's what you bringing up? This guy won a title in the 154 division, became an undisputed champion in the 147 division, and you bringing up him being buzzed in the 140 division? That tells you right there what's the deal. You think you're making a point about him having a weak chin, but you're making the right point. Been buzzed 10 years ago, that's what you're bringing up? Be for real. Come on now. Come on now. This fool said Porter busted up Crawford. Oh my God, yo. How you stop somebody? Like, that the outcome of that fight was Terence Crawford became the first fighter ever to stop Sean Porter. Porter never been stopped. Crawford stopped him. So, come on. That's a weak argument. Now, you know what? I think you make a list of weak arguments. Like, let me get up in here with Jay and put together some weak arguments so he could just blow them out of the water. Yo, if you watching this show, my boy NYC Alex, he's not a paid actor. You know, I don't pay him to go up in here with bad logic so I could break him down. You know, that he coming up with that and making it easy for me. You already know what it is, Ken Grayson. You know we don't cap. No cap. I call it how I see it. And you know what? I do understand that me picking Crawford to beat Canelo, I do understand that's controversial for people. You know, it should not be, but I get it. You know, you want to cling on to the divisions, you know, and all that good stuff. I feel like, honestly, and people don't want to say it, but they don't want Crawford to have the opportunity to make history. The people who always say, who he beat? Oh, Khan was no good. Oh, Porter was washed. Oh, Spence, the car accidents. The people who say that, none of them want to see him fight Canelo. Because if he fight Canelo and beat him, they're going to have to come up with a new excuse. Oh, Canelo probably wasn't right. Something probably happened. Canelo wasn't the same after before. You know, they're going to come up with something. So, they don't want Crawford to have the opportunity. You know. And I noticed that everybody who was saying that Errol Spence was going to beat Crawford, now, those are the same people that are saying they don't want to see Crawford fight Canelo. It's like people don't want Crawford to make that history. They don't want, they want to say who he beat, who he beat. Imagine the answer to that question. He beat Canelo Alvarez. They don't want the answer to be Canelo Alvarez. So it's really more about fear to see him make history. You've been hating on Crawford for so long that all you want is for him to not fight the guys that he could make history against. You're like, yeah, he gonna get knocked out. He gonna get knocked out. Okay, so give him the opportunity. But how you gonna say he gonna get knocked out and I don't want to see that fight? I really don't want to see it. Like, people don't want to see it. Why don't you want to see it? Yo, the same people who don't want to see the fight is the same people who didn't want to see Canelo versus Benavidez. The same people who said, nah, I don't want to see Benavidez because he didn't earn it. He didn't earn a fight with Canelo. That's the same people that don't want to see it with Crawford. Yo, y'all just don't want to see Canelo get beat up. And y'all don't want to see Crawford make history. That's the reality. Just keep it real. Just say, I don't like Crawford. And I don't want him to win. And I don't want him to make history. Just keep it real. There's no need to make up all these fake narratives about size. Listen, you talking about he got to earn the Canelo fight. Come on, bro. He got to earn the Canelo fight. The 4-division champion, the 2-division undisputed champion has to earn the Canelo fight. You want to tell me how Yildirim earned the Canelo fight? You want to tell me how Berlanga earned the Canelo fight? Berlanga never even fought for a title in his life. Now you putting Canelo's testicles in your mouth and juggling them. Talking about he got to earn the Canelo fight. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing. I mean, listen. Anybody, let me put it to y'all like this. Anybody who's a champion, who's a multi-division champion, who's within range to fight Canelo, deserves that fight. Anybody who's earned. But yo, Edgar Berlanga, he never won nothing. And he's gonna get that fight. So that's some serious testicles juggling when you say somebody gotta earn that fight. And now when you say, well, Berlanga is mandatory, that's cap. Remember when Boo Boo was his mandatory? He didn't fight him. Boo Boo was his mandatory and he didn't fight him. What are you talking about? Now Canelo has to fight his mandatory? Oh, okay. Now he has to fight his mandatory. Did you forget Benavidez was mandatory? He didn't fight him. Boo Boo was his mandatory at 160. He didn't fight him. Ah, you see, so now you're talking about they don't sell. Now you're doing the pocket watching. Like, bro, they're not going to send you a check. You and me, we don't need to worry about who sell, who don't sell. Let them worry about who sell. But you're not you want to be a social media manager. Why? Why you want to argue about who sell and who don't sell? All of these guys are millionaires. All of these guys make a lot more money than me and you. Why are you bringing up money? Stop the pocket watching. I mean, listen. I think Boo Boo moving up to make his debut versus Benavidez was a big mistake. Just because, yo, when you move up in divisions, who you fighting, if they have, like I always say, man, if they have physical advantages on you, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble regardless. Most of the time we see that. So to move up and straight up go for Benavidez, that was a gamble and he lost. That's the thing, Benavidez is a big dude. Benavidez is a big dude. Yo, but I have to tell you, man, when I saw Boo Boo say, yo, I'm fighting the Mexican monster next, I was like, yo, he making a mistake. He making a mistake. You don't move up and fight this dude. That's how I saw it. But I do have to say, I believe anyone who's accomplished, who's won titles, especially if they won titles in multiple divisions, they deserve a fight with Canelo. Right now, the winner of Better BF versus Bivol could get a fight with Canelo, but we don't know if he's moving up to 175. We don't know. He hasn't said that he will. And in fact, he stated that he's only interested in going to 175 to rematch Bivol. If he does that, I'm telling ya, he's going to get pummeled just like in the first fight. Pummeled. My peoples, y'all already know, man. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. I am your plug. I am him. By the way, yo, I was on Blue Blood Sports TV yesterday. Check out the episode. Go to Blue Blood Sports and subscribe, man. Blue Blood Sports, man. Yo, he's that dude. He's that plug. You know what I'm saying? So check out the episode from yesterday. You all see me up in there, dropping them facts. Doing what we do. And yeah, I'll definitely be going over to Blue Blood Sports. I'll be there more. And I'm looking forward to it, yo. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports. That's my guy. Like I said, man, listen, Canelo Alvarez should not go up to 175. If he does that, I believe he's gonna find out the same thing he found out the last time. He gonna take another L. Now, to be honest, the reason I believe Canelo is gonna fight Terence Crawford sometime next year is because he's already stayed away from Benavidez for a long time. We're talking about years at this point that he did not take the fight with David Benavidez. PBC made an offer to include David Benavidez in the package, and Canelo did not take it. So, if given the option to fight Terence Crawford or David Benavidez, who is Canelo going to pick? He's already on record saying Benavidez. No, he's already on record saying Terence Crawford, easy money. Easy money. He said that. So who is he going to fight if given the option between those two? David Benavidez, the guy that he's avoided for years, the guy who was his mandatory and he still didn't fight him? Or does he pick Terence Crawford, the guy who he says is easy money? So that is why, you see, there's logic behind my thought process. I'm not just telling you, oh, he's going to fight Crawford because I want that fight. I'm telling you he's going to fight Crawford because between those two, it seems like Crawford is the easier option to him. So if His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh already expressed interest in Canelo fighting Terence Crawford, Canelo already reached out to His Excellency and said, hey, after the Berlanga fight, we can talk. Well, I think it's reasonable to say between Benavidez and Bud, he's going with Bud. That's my take. That's how I feel about it. Canelo Alvarez is going to pick Bud ahead of the Mexican Monster. That's how I see it. If you got two fights, do you move up to 175 and fight the Mexican Monster, who's so much bigger than you? Or do you stay at 168 and allow Terence Crawford to move up from 154 and challenge you? Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. My logic is that he's going with the better option to him, the easier option. Oh, King Grayson, Blue Blood? That's what's up, yo. Yo, Blue Blood, yo, that's he a great dude. And he let me rock with him. He let me rock with him yesterday. And I'm not sure, maybe tomorrow I'll be on the show again. So yeah, man. Blue's definitely my guy. Canelo scared of Benavidez. Look, to be honest, I wouldn't say he's scared of Benavidez. He's more scared of taking a loss, taking that L. Like you're risking taking an L. I don't think he's scared of like the actual get in the ring and fight. I don't think he's scared of fighting anybody. And to be honest, most boxers, they ain't scared of fighting anybody. But there's a lot of people that are scared of taking that L. It's not, oh, I'm scared of what he's going to do to me. It's about, yo, when I lose, what is it going to do to my career? That's why back in the day, you saw people taking more losses. Because they was fighting, they were taking more risks. They were taking risks earlier in their career. Right now, you might see a fighter who got a record of 25-0, and you never heard of a single one of their opponents. You're like, damn, this dude 25-0, but when I look at his opponents, I don't know any of them, not even one. And it's not even that you don't know any of them, because nobody knows every boxer. But you look at their opponents, how you 25-0, and every single opponent you beat has a losing record. So obviously, they're doing some padding, getting some easy wins. And that's why you see some guys that are undefeated step up in competition and get beat up easily, get dominated. Benavidez and Crawford should fight. That don't make no sense. If you're telling me Benavidez and Crawford should fight, that tells me that you probably thought Errol Spence was going to beat Terence Crawford. You are one of the people that say, yo, Errol's too big, he's going to knock him out. And now you want Bud to lose so bad that you want him to fight Benavidez. Just tell me you want him to fight AJ, or you want him to fight, Usyk, a heavyweight. Every human feels fear. Y'all act like these people is gods. So I don't know if you're talking about my comment. I think that you took my comment out of context. And I'll explain to you why. When I say he's not scared to fight him, is that, to give you an example, fighters were scared to fight Mike Tyson. They were scared of what he was going to do to them. So that's the fear that I refer to. But everybody feels fear. Trust me, and I fought before, when you're getting your hands wrapped, you feel that in your heart. When they come in and they tell you, yo, your fight is up next, you about to go up. When they go to the dressing room, they let you know. Your heart pressure, your heart start moving a little bit faster. When you walk into the ring, it's different steps, different parts where that energy is building up. Because first you getting your hands wrapped, then you warming up, you getting closer and closer to stepping in the ring. Then you actually doing that ring walk. Now you're in the ring looking at that opponent face to face. All of those little things, your heart is going. Now when that bell ring, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You don't feel it anymore. It disappears. It goes away, and it's time to fight. Now your training kicks in, and you do what you got to do. So there is fear. I'm referring to guys don't fear the next man. They don't fear fighting somebody else, but they don't want to take that loss because they know what it could do to their career, especially in this new age where you take one loss and you have a whole fan base saying, oh, he's discredited, he's not that good, he got exposed. You can't even take one loss and people say you got exposed. So Benavidez at 175, he's good. He's good. Benavidez has the frame to move up even higher. But if he wants to, he could stay there at 175. He could make that. Apparently, based on what they say, he could make that weight comfortably. Ooh, Bacoli and Andy Ruiz, I like that fight. I like that fight. And I've been saying, yo, Bacoli, he needs to get a shot at one of the names. He earned it. Because let's keep it real, right? Jared Anderson hasn't really done anything in boxing. He hasn't accomplished anything. However, he's a highly touted prospect who has I was gonna say had, but he still has expectations behind him that he can become a world champion. And yo, Bacoli put the type of beats on him that I don't believe we was expecting. In fact, I thought Jared was gonna go in there and beat this guy. We saw, yo, Bacoli is a skilled fighter. He doesn't just hit hard. He's very skilled. And he's very patient. He waits for the right time, and when he catches you, he hurts you. So I believe Bacoli, he gives anybody problems. Anybody in the division will have a tough time with him. No, yo, but wait a minute. Who said Canelo was scared of anybody? Nobody said Canelo was scared of anybody. Well, yeah, I think somebody in the comment section said Canelo scared. So, yeah, somebody said Canelo scared. But people going to believe that. But I don't believe he's scared. I don't believe, these top-level guys up there, they scared. But, again, it's a business. So, if you're going to put me against somebody who can beat me, then you're going to have to give me a lot of money. That's why, look, he wants $200 million to fight David Benavidez. Now, y'all think about this. Canelo has never made $100 million in a fight ever. And he wants $200 million to fight David Benavidez. Why? Because he understands, yo, this guy might actually sleep me. If I'm going to take a bad loss, I better get a lot of money behind it. Yo, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with $200 million. All I'm saying, when you're asking for more than double what you ever been paid, that shows right there how dangerous David Benavidez is. Yo, it's a simple rule, and you can look at it even with Floyd Mayweather. What happened when he was gonna fight Pacquiao? he asked for a career payday, more money than he had ever made. And people say, yo, he's crazy. How is he asking? What was it that he made with Pac-Man? Was it $400 million or so? 500? I don't remember. But people say he was crazy for asking that much money. And what happened? He got it. He got his money. So the point is, when you're fighting the best out there, the person who people believe can beat you, then you ask for a crazy payday. If they look what he said about Terence Crawford. Look what he said. That shows you. That's why you have to understand. Even though y'all think Canelo washes him easily, yo, he asked for $150 million to fight Terence Crawford. $150 million to fight Terence Crawford. Like I said before, Canelo's never made $100 million, but he's asking for 150 for Bud. What does that tell you about Bud Crawford? I mean, y'all always say he don't sell, he not a big star, he don't do pay-per-views, he don't sell seats. So if he don't do none of that, why Canelo asking for $150 million to fight him? Help me understand that, NYC Alex. Since Bud don't sell and don't put butts in seats, and you the guy that always likes to talk about money, explain to me why Canelo won $150 million to fight him. You the manager here, let me know. Yo, now I'm trying to tell you, he's asking for paydays to fight these guys that tell you what these guys really mean. So anybody that hate on Crawford and say, yo, Crawford is a hype job or overrated or whatever, look at what Canelo's asking for to fight him. What does that tell you? If Canelo wants $150 million to fight Terence Crawford, what does that tell you about Terence Crawford? Yo, that's why I'm trying to fill you in. Bud is ready to move up to 168 and shock the world. What are you talking about? He didn't ask for $200 million for Terence Crawford. He asked for $150 million. And you're 100% wrong, because that's the reason why Turkey walked away from his ass. He was like, yo, he's making outrageous demands. F him. So you got to twist it right there. You see? Go back and look at the videos. Turkey saying, we're gonna pay him, but we're going to pay him fair. He's not going to come making them crazy demands over here. So you got it wrong. His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh got money, but he ain't no sucker either. Yeah, but you just said that Turkey got the money. He got the money, but he walked away from negotiations, so he's telling him, I'm not going to pay you that. You just said he can get Turkey to pay him $200 million easily. Yo, what do you mean easily? They just walked away from him right now, recently, for asking for that much money. So when you say easily, what is you talking about? Definitely not easily. I mean, you're right. He is saying F the fans, but Canelo is wealthy. He has generational money. He could retire right now without another fight, and he has generational money. So he's already said, whatever the fans want, I don't give a damn. I'm going to do me. But again, bro, you talking about he could get $200 million from Turkey easily? That's a lie. That is not true. Don't believe that hype. He cannot get that money easily from Turkey, because if it was easily, Turkey would have said yes when he asked him, and he said no and walked away, went to social media and bashed Canelo. Dude bashed Canelo on social media. So what is he talking about easily? And by the way, Alex, because you stuck on Canelo's the A side. You know, you keep talking like a Canelo fan. Canelo's the A side. Canelo's the A side, and Crawford don't deserve it, right? You keep talking like a Canelo fan. Let me explain to you something. Turkey's the guy with the money. We're not talking about A side, B side, because we're not talking about purse split. We're not talking about a purse split. Canelo's not the A side versus Turkey. He not fighting Turkey, my boy. Turkey gonna make the offer. You gonna take it or leave it. Turkey's the guy with the money. That's what you gotta understand. So your little A side argument, don't make that shit against Turkey, nigga. Canelo's not fighting Turkey. Now, if I tell you, well, Benavidez gotta get paid more money, that's when you say, nah, yo, Canelo's the A side. Canelo gotta get more money. You're right. Canelo is the A side. But the A side don't mean that they're gonna offer you whatever you want. Dude, Turkey bashed Canelo first. That's what you gotta understand. Turkey bashed Canelo, then Canelo got upset and bashed them back. That's what you gotta understand. But Canelo ain't getting no outrageous money easily like you just said. That's a lie. If you see that they already went back and forth and they bashing each other, how you say he gonna get the money easily? Does that look easily? Somebody bashing you on social media? Come on, bro. And look, you're guaranteeing that Turkey's gonna pay a minimum 150 million. Yo, bro, I don't know how you come up with this shit, man. I don't know how you come up with this shit. I don't know how you do it. You out here guaranteeing $150 million deals. That's what I tell you, man. Watching stuff on TV and YouTube be fucking y'all up. Alex, we're gonna have to put you on probation or on parole from TV and YouTube, because you're over here talking about $150 million deals, my nigga. Like, what is you talking about, man? Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. You guaranteeing $150 million. Come on, man. You gotta be trolling. Oh no, he's definitely a fan of Canelo. That's for sure. He makes that very clear. Yo, for this man, Canelo can do everything. Canelo can do no wrong. He will beat Crawford, Bivol, better BF. He needs to get paid 150. Yo, my boy is Canelo's fan, Canelo's manager, Canelo's promoter, in his head, of course. But you already know what it is, my people. Listen. You see, he can beat a heavyweight also. I believe that you believe it. Check this out. Check this out, though, because we shifted to Canelo. Terence Crawford is possibly going to fight Sebastian Fundora next. How y'all think that fight plays out? Does Sebastian Fundora beat Terence Crawford? Or does Bud get closer to making history again? Make more history. Because y'all got to remember, Fundora is a 2-belt champion. If Terence Crawford beat Fundora, he's going to have 3 of the 154 division titles, which of course will put him 1 fight away from becoming undisputed in a 3rd division. So no surprise, Fundora beat his ass, but I doubt Bud wins easy. I got Crawford beating him by decision. So I'm expecting Terence Crawford to be the favorite in that fight, and I got him winning it. I think that Fundora, one of the reasons I got Crawford winning it is because Fundora is not a guy who really uses his height and reach advantage. He likes to bang. He likes to fight in close quarters. And I don't think he can win that type of fight versus Crawford. Now, is he gonna have a different game plan where he's gonna consistently use his footwork? I don't really see it. I know that he can use a little bit of footwork, but Fundora's never been a guy that, will give you a full fight of moving around on his feet. He's gonna stand there and fight with you, and even walk you down. So, versus Terence Crawford, he's gonna stand there and trade with him. So I think in the beginning of that fight, Bud is gonna have to, figure out his timing. You guys know Bud is a great counter puncher. He's gonna have to figure out his timing. He's gonna have to close the gap. But once he gets his rhythm, I think he breaks him down. And I believe Terence Crawford stops Sebastian Fundora. I believe he's gonna win that fight via stoppage. But that fight, it hasn't been agreed to. So we don't know that it is going to happen. Remember, Fundora can still vacate the WBO title and fight Errol Spence in December. He can actually do that. So right now, I know that Fundora himself has expressed that he wants to defend versus Terence Crawford. But I also know that he has people in his team who prefer for him to fight Errol Spence. So what is actually going to happen? I hope that he is going to defend versus Bud. Oh no, I got Bam winning that fight. Bam all day. All day, Bam. What I'm looking forward to, man, is Inoue moving up to 126 and fighting Bam. That's such a mega fight, such a monster fight. But they have to build both of them up, man. That's the thing about Bam, that he's such a great fighter and he's making history. He's winning all these titles, winning in divisions. Bam is doing so much, but he isn't even a star like that, like at the level where he should be. Bam, I'm not sure if that's the case, but he comes across as a very private guy. He doesn't even use social media like that. He don't let himself be seen. You don't see him at events. So I think Bam needs to do a little bit more to be seen, to let the fans see him and talk to him, and so his star power can go up, because Bam is supposed to be a lot more famous than what he actually is, in my opinion. Bingo, yo. Bam is insanely talented. And I seen an interview where Shakur was talking about it, that he sparred with Bam. I don't know if he sparred with him more than once, but I know that he said he sparred with him, and he was surprised as far as how hard Bam could hit with how small he is. So, Inoue is a monster. Yo, man. Inoue is definitely a monster. I watched the fight, live, and watched him do what he do. I don't know if y'all saw it. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning just to watch that fight. Doheny quit. In my opinion, he quit. He started limping, and to me, that was acting. He wanted out of there. But anyways, my peoples, I'm going to step out. I want to give y'all a shout out, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep on doing it. Make sure to hit that like button. If you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Y'all already know what it is, my peoples. Box Center. Your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show. Peace.